This is not the way to start a drive. From the gun, Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March.
But after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks. They run again on first down. Peterson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make it more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go. Play 90.
Bridgewater fakes the give to Peterson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Let's go. Play 90. Play 90. 91 in the mic.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Bridgewater now on second down. Buying time to his left. Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. Third and long for Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Beckham. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. They come out here in the eye. They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Give the tackle there to Terrence Newman. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that's the kick starter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Manning.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put. Manning to throw for it on 4. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. That'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Let's go.
On third down, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And the Giants ready to come out now. And this offense... Last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rolling to his right. And this one's incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Let's go.
Again, Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Bridgewater on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And he rifles one incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Third and long for Bridgewater. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On first down, Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Vikings off. Offense now heading out to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Manning throwing on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down following the run. They'll run again with Marine. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up to play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Vereen. There he goes, right side. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Shane Vereen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Eli's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. Brief break in the action here. More from Minneapolis after this. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Three yards to go on second down. Second down, Bridgewater. And he whips that one incomplete there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue 58. Force.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. And the back goes into motion. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Eli Apple, with it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And look at the big man rumble. 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the INT, it's Manning. A screen here to Vereen. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a sneak, Manning. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Vereen. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And this is caught at the 8. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. One final try now for Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And Gold is able to put it through. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. 3rd quarter now. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Manning now on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Cruz has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Manning now to throw. Incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw is Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Will Tye, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Bridgewater out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Beckham, the return. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll run. It's Vereen. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The rookie Mackenzie Alexander in there for the tackle. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Manning going to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
On the give, it's Perkins. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Manning to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. Will Tye the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Manning going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
This will be taken in at the 1. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Eli Apple was a top 10 pick in the 2016 draft, and one of the reasons, his ability to get better, because remember, he's a young guy, and they just figured he could go ahead and grow. A redshirt sophomore when he came out, he's growing at a pretty good rate. How about that play right there?
Very nice pass deflection.
Let's go. Tiger! Tiger!
Halfback sent in motion. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets... This one all the way down inside the 15. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case,
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He's going to take another shot here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing is Manning on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They come out here in the eye. To throw is Manning. A screen here to Vereen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the run, here's Vereen. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Manning. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Larry Donnell, the one he was trying to get it to. And it'll bring up third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Throwing is Manning. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Will tie with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be...
He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Second down, Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Perkins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Kyshawn Jarrett makes the stop. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Manning to throw on third and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's fourth down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning finding time. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one good for 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Toss, Vereen looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Going left side, and he's got Donnell. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now Manning, and this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. And out now come the Vikings. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be 1st down Vikings. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tiger! Force! Get ready!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. He's back to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll empty out the backfield. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And
he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings now heading on to the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now out comes Minnesota. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bridgewater being chased out left. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's JPP, 7th-year man, Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Get ready. Wide 80. Wide 80. 91 in the mic.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. First throw of overtime here for Manning. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning will try again on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know, pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Manning to throw once more. Caught left side. It's Beckham. A good pickup there at 22.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now Perkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
So the field goal unit is... Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.